Welcome everyone to season 2, episode 12, I think, of Vagabond. This is Demon Gate. Hello again. It's been a while from Fridays at 7, Rogue's Retreat. It's been a long break, I think, like 2 months since we last played, so
84 years.
yeah. and we have a returning character tonight, Norgar, the big ogre.
Hey.
So a long break and should be fun. Who's all playing tonight? Could you introduce yourself, please, and your character? We could start with Aki.
Aki here, playing to Natru. Scout, and now Ranger as well.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
flowing. Trap Master Extraordinary. Also now making really cool sneaky cloaks.
Oh, you're fading out a little bit at the end of your...
Sorry about
It's
that.
okay.
All right, and Matt?
Hi, I'm Matihi. I'm playing Emmy, who is a human fighter / barbarian. 6'10", really strong, very hot.
Ooh, everybody's multi-class now.
Yeah.
Except
So
for me.
close.
And Effie.
I am not multi-classing. I am Effie playing just a bard, but a really cool bard named Ichtrelon. He is a high elf. And he's super hot.
Is
Yes,
Everybody's.
and returning wanderer.
Yeah, so I'm playing Norigar, the Troll Templar, who is not multi-class and is not super hot.
you sure?
I don't know.
Not even to other trolls.
I'm a monster fucker, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ew,
You're going
you.
turn some heads.
Emmy turns up with a huge paper bag to put over his head. Yeah.
No, just the way he is.
So yes, Norigar's been away for a while. He's separated, trying to be selfless with the great Tehe Mauhau, and he's been traveling ever since.
Yes. And Quinn.
Yeah, hello, I'm Quinn. I'm playing Freya, the knight errant who will eventually multi-class and become a monk under Emmy's tutelage. But for the time being, she's small, she's angry, she's here for justice!
That's gonna be badass. A night monk.
Can't wait to be a tiny angry tin can.
Bit of a day monk.
Alright. I'm gonna move you guys over to the scene here. Oh my god, there's so many pictures here. You guys see okay?
I do not.
Here we go. I can see.
Let's see. Might be a token setting. Oh, dynamic lighting, maybe?
Oh, yes, now I see.
Alright. Everybody's got view of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh man, I think I haven't changed it since the whole switch over of the dynamic lighting, maybe. Converted to the new one. And everybody's got music okay?
Hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. The year is 1378 of the 11th era, and on the 12th of Faden, the company of the Timber Anvil left the mountains on the tortured coast behind. There's naught but plains on the road southwest for 8 more days, and it was the last stretch to the fabled Nine Towers, a pivotal point in the road, and it was the first time leaving the Spice Road for so long. When last we left our heroes, they were liberating the local villagers from a ruthless robber knight, and then after that repaying the venomous cult of Jahaga for killing people that they thought were stealing their cattle, but come to find out it was a wyvern that lived in the mountains, not the locals. The company of the Timber Anvil travels 8 more days from that location to finally reach the Nine Towers. So in the distance you can see the famous towers, yes, 9 of them, looming high above the walls and watching out over the city, which seems to rest in the center of the towers. They fly flags of the country of Theed, of the Grey Wolves, a knighthood of this northern place, and they fly a new blue flag that many of you probably haven't seen before. It billows in the wind, and it shows a symbol of 9-pointed star, the 9 or the council that rules this place. The walls of the massive city are 40 feet high and topped with guard towers that hold ballistas and several soldiers watching from the walls, all bored with their duties as your company approaches. It's the afternoon, and the twin suns are shining through the scattered gray clouds. It seems a fine day. So, what have you guys been doing in the company so far, I guess? Well, what have you guys been doing the past 8 days?
I think the past 8 days, Emmy, besides the usual farming that Emmy does and tending to their various crops, still maintaining the various, I'd say, slightly not strict, but regimented training that she's been doing, attempting to train up different individuals within the company itself as we go along, trying to get them to be more proficient and self-sufficient in self-defense.
What about Freya and Denatriu and Ixdralon?
Bria is very much following all of the drills that Emmy's doing and then doing like double time, just more of that.
I think Denatru would be, surprisingly enough, pretty apt and to take to the combat training lately. He's actually showing a bit of potential with the hand-to-hand combat in particular. But aside from that, has actually been taking up sewing and working on fixing a lot of the rather tattered garments they've had for quite a while now. Getting them kind of cleaned up and their cloak repaired.
All right, and the normal scouting duties, probably. Hunting.
Gotta keep everyone fed.
And what about Ixdralon?
Well, he would be taking on his bardic duties, as everybody is kind of engaging in training or brushing up on their combat skills. He'd offer a little bit of entertainment or some sort of like, you know how you go to the gym and you put on music, like that kind of stuff, where it's like, yeah, motivation music, that kind of, and then also, are they in any sort of town? Because he'd also go there and play some music too.
Now you're just arriving.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Well then, on the road, he'd just be entertaining his companions, and he'd also spend some time with Ilar.
Okay. Awesome. And LR, just for those who don't know, I think is still in the long sleep, unfortunately, ever since the tower fell upon him. So we don't know
I
what's
mean,
going on.
I'd be unconscious too if a whole entire building fell on me.
Yeah, a whole building.
So yeah. What about Norgar? What's Norgar been doing?
Yeah, so Norigar came here via a series of back roads and stuff led by Teihei, who Norigar is completely convinced knew his way all along, and the fact they took lots of side roads was just all part of the plan. And they finally, by a very meandering route, arrived here probably about 2 weeks ago, and they've been just staying quiet, and Norgar's been trying not to draw attention to himself, which isn't easy when you're his size and wearing very prominent holy symbols. But he's been sitting under a large cloak in the back of a tavern quite often and sipping an ale for a very long period and just trying to keep quiet, because he's convinced that there must be someone after this artifact they carry. His journey's been pretty quiet, but he's still convinced.
Excellent. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that too. There's a group here that is called the Eternal Watch, and they are followers of your god. And you would probably have heard by now, because you've been here, we'll say, maybe a couple weeks at least.
Hmm.
She would have got here. You would have got here before them, actually. But maybe a week. I don't know. Maybe not that
Okay.
long.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, a straight shot to the Nine Towers, because that was the where this was going to be safe, And when you got here, you did kind of realize it was a place of just magic and mistrust, and many of the wizards are very seclusive and don't want to share their secrets and things like that. So you were kind of wary, probably, I'd imagine, to where to take this thing. Would you think it was safe to say that you would be looking for the symbol of your god as a place to seek
Yeah.
out?
Definitely. If nothing else, just for somewhere to sort of pray and seek guidance. Yeah. He's going to be very uncertain now that they've come all this way, and this safe haven, the place they were going to destroy these evil things, is suddenly not looking so safe. So he's very uncertain. So he'll be praying, and he'll be hoping his friends show up, because Emmy will know what to do.
Okay. So we'll say that he's been accepted in with this group so far, the Eternal Watch,
Okay.
and kind of like a new joining. So you're kind of in a promotional period, or uh, a transition period where they're seeing how good you are. I mean, you're an ogre
Yeah.
and you're a Templar, so that's pretty
Yeah.
good right there.
Yeah.
So you're kind of just waiting and hanging out for Emmy to show up too.
Yeah,
Yes.
and he'll. In the meantime, he's very happy to do good, but he'll be uncharacteristically staying away from the riskier missions because he doesn't want to die before his friends get here and then have them not know where to find this artifact.
Right. All right. So let's start the scene, I guess, as you guys first enter into the city. And you guys can take it away, and I'll change this music here to something more town-like.
So, how far away from this little town is the tower itself?
So you guys would go into the first wall of the city, and then there's the towers are like arranged on the outside of the place. So you do know. Did I ever tell you? Does the letter say anything about that tower in particular?
Oh, Storm Tower.
Okay, Storm Tower. Yeah. And if anybody needs to see that, this was a note that Emmy received by Crow. It was brought to Emmy in secret, I guess. It talks about the Storm Tower. So the Storm Tower is, let's see. Okay, it's on the other side of the town from the entrance here. And we'll say you guys are kind of at a place where you're setting up shop. The company of the timber Anvil is like setting up their market, their wagons and everything, and it's kind of outside of this traveler's inn here that you can see in the picture. There's one of the towers in the background, probably the closest one to the gates as you guys came in, and so the company is setting up here around this on the outside of this inn and this tavern. So you're welcome to go in there and get a good bed and play music for the people here and stuff like that. Make some money, whatever you guys want to do. But the tower that Emmy's looking for is pretty much clear across town.
I think Emmy looks over that way as to kind of enter into town. There's like definitely a nervous kind of antsiness about her as you move in. She's kind of locked in with kind of staring towards this tower as we're walking into the city.
And
Banja for a while of it as well. Taking all in the layout of the city. Different routes here and there.
Oh, you're cutting it again, like you're going really quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, your volume's really uneven for some reason. Yeah.
Let me see if I can fix it.
let me see here. Okay, so Sir Victor Vault, the knight that runs the security, kind of the leader of the caravan here. He you can see him shouting out orders to everybody where to put wagons and stuff and position things. He does walk over to your group and says, "I will. If you're wanting to be staying here, I've got you covered. All right. My security detail doesn't have to pay for anything."
I think it kind of snaps Emmy out of her thinking and turns to him and says, "Oh, yeah, thanks. Should we just like go check in then? Let him know, get like keys, room keys."
Uh, so this is a place where we can borrow a room.
Aye, aye. You could put your horse, and he looks over to Donatrio. Says, over there in the stables, or you can get a nice room for the night, get the bath, whatever you like. I'll pay for your rooms. It's on me. You all
Nice
have
enough.
done enough service for the company. I wish to show my appreciation.
Denatru smiles from atop Banja. It is quite kind of you. I suppose Banja could certainly use the stable.
Says, and I'm sure that plenty of you could use a bath.
Are you saying we smell right now?
I think he
And
is.
Emmy
we
sniffs her
haven't been on
armpits.
the
It's
flying,
road
like,
yeah.
for a
"Ooh."
while.
He says, "Well, I sure stink."
Yeah, maybe
Uh,
baths are good idea.
he
Privilege of the
says,
scout is finding all the good waterways.
he says, all right then. Yes, please go and check in.
Thanks, Victor. And Emmy will give a bit of a clap on the back, very light, to Victor's shoulder before beginning to head into the tavern.
Denatri would pass Banja off and send him towards the stables. Oh, I don't know if Enith would be around as well. I just thought.
You
Yes,
don't see
always.
her
Oh.
yet, but she's definitely around. Maybe she
Okay,
headed
yeah.
she headed into the tavern first. That sounds good.
Nice.
I'll move you all into the tavern. This is also where Norgar and Tehe are going to be entering.
Cool. Now
At the same
or
time?
later?
Like they just
No,
bump into
no,
them?
they're going to be in there in the tavern. This is a
Okay.
pretty big place, pretty well known place, and I think since it's the place that's nearest to the gates,
Yeah,
Norgar.
it would make
Yeah.
sense for us to stay there and just be keeping an eye out. Yeah. Yeah, so probably as you enter, you will, if you're looking around at all, you will see a very bulky, cloaked figure with a hood over his head. That the hood just looks misshapen because it's been pulled over multiple sets of horns, and another cloaked figure out of whose, from whose hood a load of smoke is billowing, and you can probably see the kind of plaited hair and plaited beard of Tehe Mauhau there. And as soon as you come in, he'll be, well, depends when he notices you, I guess.
Emmy doesn't
See.
notice anything.
Let's
Kinda-
I was just gonna say.
Walks in. We'll start checking in and being like, is there like a bath somewhere? Just washing myself. That'd be cool.
What?
Damn.
How do we not notice Norika?
He's so
Ah.
big.
I've just blended into the scenery.
I guess we're just not looking for him, so we're just like, oh.
Has
It's quite a big place, I guess, as well.
has Freya met Norgar?
No.
Oh, okay. You see a big
This fully
ogre.
stops in her tracks. The clanking ceases.
Oh,
And Denatri walks in.
Norgar is facing Dre's like missing eye. That's
Oh.
my excuse.
Oh, rough.
Oof.
Rogue, I'm afraid I don't have visibility again.
My
the old
goodness.
dynamic lighting. There we go.
Aha, thank you.
Tehe is sitting with you, Norgar, and smoking a long pipe. And Tehe like raises one of his brows and looks over, and he's like, "My friend, it seems our wait is over. Look."
Norgar sort of slowly looks round. It takes him a second because as he turns, his cloak, the hood of his cloak, catches on one of his horns again, and he kind of covers half his face, and he kind of has to awkwardly kind of pull it off his face, and then kind of pulls it off to reveal his face, and then turns around and sort of goes, "You're right, Tehe. It's them. It's them." And he stands up, saying that far too loud. And
Freya is just sort of like, I think we've got trouble.
Hey, what do you mean? Emmy turns like to look down at Freya and then looks over, and I think finally spots
Yeah,
Norgar.
Norrigar's lumbering towards them. And he rushes over and gathers Emmy into a big hug and lifts her off her feet.
Oh yeah, Emmy's like met Norgar halfway, just like running at Norgar.
Excellent.
Shoulders halfway
Big ol'
to
hug.
his crotch, and then. Oh wait. Oh, okay.
It's so good to see you. Oh my goodness. It's been
Noragar!
too long.
It's been far too long. I've missed you all, my friends.
We've missed
And
you
he seems,
too.
seems very emotional for Norrigar's standards. Yeah, he's he each and every one of you he'll hug you. Probably even Freya, and then realise afterwards he doesn't know who you are.
Oh, yes, I am also here. I'm sorry I almost stabbed you in the guts. I thought you were attacking us.
Yeah, this Freya, this is Norgar Freya. Norgar's a
Hi,
deeply dear
you are
friend.
very tall.
He is.
And you are not, but I'm sure you're tall and stout of heart.
You see Tehe kind of walk out, peek around Norgar. He says, "It's been too long, my friends."
And he goes up and hugs Tehe too. I miss you too, Tehe. Have you been protecting Norgar?
Of course.
Of course.
More than that, he's been teaching me. I've learnt some of the forbidden fighting techniques of his kind.
Wait, hold up. He taught you? There's this flabbergast. He taught you?
Secret
What?
techniques.
Forbidden.
He has taught me the knee to the groin and the sand in the eyes. Great techniques.
For fuck's sake.
It's true. They are quite good. Reliable.
Perhaps I,
Sand in the eye.
Never heard of these.
perhaps I should go fetch some drinks for all of us.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab a quick bath.
How long
Yeah.
have you been here, Noragar?
Really? I'm curious. I was.
We've been here several days, perhaps a week. I was unsure what to do. We arrived, and I wanted to take. And he looks around conspiratorial and says, "The thing to the place, but the place wasn't what we thought it was, and it became confusing and shades of grey, and I wasn't happy, and I waited because I know all of you would know what to do."
Emmy kind of leans into the group a little bit, causing Norgar to stoop and maybe Freya to stand on her tiptoes, and says, "Look, I think we should grab the items. I honestly don't want to wait too long. My brother's here. He might know what to do."
Sounded like that
Right.
was the best plan of action. Yes.
Yeah.
Norrigar looks astonished and pleased, and then mouths at her, "Your brother."
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time. I'm really
And
excited.
He kind of lays one hand out on the table and pounds the other fist into it and says, "This is good news. This is good news."
Yeah, hopefully we got someone on the inside. We'll see. But if you see Sybil anywhere, don't tell Sybil that my brother's here. She's been looking for him, and it'll end up bad if she tries to come for him, because I don't know how that interaction will go, but very badly for her probably.
What does she look like?
Pale skin, short, kind of reddish brownish hair, these big green eyes, very cute. And Emmy's actually gonna look around to see if she sees Sybil.
Can you roll a d100?
Oh, I'd love to.
35 or lower.
Nope.
No, don't see her yet.
I'll point her out. She's got a headband. I'll point her out when I see if I see her. Hopefully we won't.
But you do see, when you start to look around, you do see Enith, who's sitting at the bar, a leg propped up, and she seems like she's talking to somebody over there, and laughing and almost flirting.
So
I was gonna
we're
say.
we're a very open couple.
I was like, that's part. That exactly. Par for the course.
Then you realize this guy is
Oh.
buying her a drink,
Nice.
and then she takes it and
No.
immediately walks off. And
Yeah.
Work
Love
it.
It's like love and a thigh.
Get that free drink.
Yeah. Proud of me. Emmy loves it.
And there's an almost visible thought process as the cogs in Norigar's brain slowly turn, and he sort of like looks at them, sees the flirting, and then he looks round and looks at Itrelon and said, "Wait, where's Ilar?"
He's had an accident. He's alive but conscious.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I perhaps I can we could take him. Well, I've got friends at the temple. We could take him. The maker can fix anything. And he puts a hand clumsily on Itrelon's shoulders.
I'm open for any suggestions. He hasn't been awake for quite some time, so I'm not really sure what's going on, but anything that could perhaps help him, I'm willing to try.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. That's a... and he kind of stumbles over his words and kind of trails off slowly, kind of running out. Rather than kind of stopping talking, he just kind of mumbles on for a few seconds until he slowly runs out of steam, and then just kind of looks down at the table.
You see the
Ifrilon
nachos.
will pat whatever he can reach. I'm trying to figure out the height differences, but like
Right?
probably like the back of his hand or something.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Freya and Norgar standing next to each other. And it's just so surreal.
No, Norgar is a giant as far as Freya is concerned.
Yeah.
He's a giant to everybody.
Enith,
Yeah.
Enith walks over and smiles as she sips the drink, and then she's smiling at Emmy, and then she looks over to Norgar, and she comes over and gives you a big hug too.
And Norigar hugs her back, and this is quite unusual for Norigar. He was never very comfortable with hugging, but he's so pleased to see everyone that he's enthusiastically and rather clumsily hugging everyone. And you notice he's not really used to hugging people. So some people he almost crushes, and other people he kind of like barely makes any like contact with at all. But you can see he's genuinely pleased to see everyone, and is showing some affection by his standards.
Yeah, it's hard to notice with the Natru given the hood and everything. With like, I believe in the notes it has like a faint veil to it due to like the sensitivity to the sunlight and all that kind of stuff. But the Natru has definitely kind of been looking down in a way since mention of Alar and everything that happened there and such. So, but definitely is pretty concerned over the whole situation right now, I think.
Well, why don't we take Ilar to the temple, and then get the, and then she mouths the word book, and says, and then go to the tower.
Norigar's looking round, and you notice he's looking quite concerned suddenly. And he's kind of looking around the group and looking around, and he says, where's Peef? Where's little Peef?
Peep's okay. Peep's okay. It's Peep's just been very busy. She's been a bit separate, but Peep's okay. Peep's okay.
I'm so glad. When I didn't see her, I thought, well, we live a dangerous life, and can I get a drink over here? And he calls over to the bar.
And quickly, a servant comes over. A lady brings over some ales piled up on her tray, and she says, "Would you like a bottle or?"
I'll have a flagon, please. And he's normally been sitting there just with like a tankard and just nursing it for hours, so this is quite different.
She says, "Right away." And she takes off. And then Tehe arrives with more drinks as he starts to like put them on the table and
Did you get
pour
those?
anybody. He says, "I purchased them with my many coins."
Oh, we also got a lot of coins. I mean, I feel like we should tell you all about what's been going on. There's been so much.
Oh my god, we certainly have a lot to catch up on, don't we?
We killed the robber knight. We killed a cult.
Oh, lovely. I do like to hear about a cult getting crushed.
We saw a wyvern. It's crazy. Well, I didn't see a wyvern. Anathia saw a wyvern. I can't see in the dark.
I saw a wyvern as well, yes.
You saw a wyvern
It was quite
too.
pretty,
I
actually.
think Freya saw a wyvern. I think Dre saw a wyvern. I didn't see anything.
It was my big scary.
There was a shark as well.
Oh, yeah, there was a shark.
A shark.
And I threw a big shit, like
Quite
a
a
big
while back.
brazier at somebody, like a disc.
Noriga pounds his fist on the table. I missed this.
Yeah,
The
me
sharks
too.
as well. You've been to sea.
No, well, yes, but
A
no.
cave, actually, but yes. Not quite.
To a degree.
The
Okay.
sharks. The sharks in the pirate's cave.
Noriga puts a hand on Denatri's shoulder and just says to him very seriously, if it was in a cave, it probably wasn't a shark. They live in water.
Oh, it was a cave by the sea. Some smugglers and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I think they must have fed people to it.
I think Emmy
Okay.
directly looks at Dre and says, you should sing about it.
Oh, of course.
Oh, well, I'm sure I can think of something.
If anyone can.
Ray will try to sing about their adventures.
Yeah.
To not only
yeah.
fill in Noragar with a, catchy tune, but to let everybody in the tavern know just how cool we all are.
We're so fucking cool.
That's the song title. We're so fucking cool.
We're so fucking
So
cool, yeah.
fucking cool. Ba-na-na-na-na.
By Itrelon and the Timber Anvil.
That's a good band name.
That's a good fucking band name, shit.
So this can be tavern song, right? So that we could get reputation points.
Definitely, yeah. So it's whatever you roll divided up, but everybody will also get 5 plus whatever you roll.
And Nora God was there too, but not really.
I think you have legendary tales as well. I think.
Oh man, it's been a while. Let me look.
Oh yeah, you have
Yeah.
like bard magic and stuff now, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Which I still haven't used.
I think you can give everybody.
Legendary tales, yeah.
Yeah, you can give everybody like saga points with that, and then you can also give everybody reputation.
Saga and reputation.
So fucking cool on this. Holy shit. Everything is, really.
So I'm gonna do.
And I'll bust out the music here. Here we go. Nice. Very good
Okay, yeah,
performance.
three saga for this. For the 15.
Nice.
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 I need it.
I think
Everybody
that's
go ahead.
also 3 rep.
Everybody go
Ooh.
ahead and get 5. 5 saga, and that'll be 8 reputation in all.
Okay.
Heck it.
8 rep. Damn.
Plus 5 saga and 8 rep.
Nice.
What's Emmy's rep to again?
800 something.
Fucking shit.
Hell yeah.
It makes sense with Epi.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it really does.
She is One Punch Woman.
One punch!
Hey.
823.
So yeah, we can say that that's a perfect way to like fill everybody in too, and let everybody know about the stories that have been going on. And you do notice as people are like getting into the music and clapping or dancing and stuff, you do notice Sybil walk in as she's like sipping an ale. She like goes and leans at the bar, so she does seem to be like watching Emmy every once in a while. Her eyes will fall upon Emmy.
I think Emmy kind of sees this, glancing at Sybil a few times, and she leans over to Ineth as Dre's going over the song and says, "Hey, do you mind distracting Sybil as much as you can when we leave here? And then finding us. I'm gonna be and then she like stealthily as she can pulls out the note and puts it back at the storm tower in the garden."
She smiles coyly, and says, "That is a good idea. Of course.
Thank you.
I'll distract her for you."
Appreciate it. And Emmy gives Inethai a big ol' smooch.
Oh yeah. She just says, "Just let me know when," with the nod
Okay.
and a wink
Okay.
and a
Emmy
kiss.
is a little. It's a lot to remember. It's a lot of instructions.
Okay, just a nod and a wink.
Not a wink. Okay, I can remember that.
All right. And if everybody's cool with that, we can. Does everybody get a bath?
So?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be nice. I
With that
want to
road
see
Yeah.
my Rowther.
Norgal wants
Definitely.
one, but they don't have a bath large enough. It's very sad.
3 of us just like
Totally.
bathe Norgar with sponges.
Yes, go to the
Right.
barn.
Oh yeah, we throw some buckets on him.
Oh my god.
Baby.
The scene pans by with all of you all in baths and stuff, and then it goes to the stables, and Norgar and Banja are in a bath.
I
Aw.
fucking love
He's
it.
got a little rubber ducky on his head.
Badger just
Oh my
Badger-
goodness.
Badger just holding this like scrubbing brush between his teeth and scrubbing Norgal's.
Oh my god.
Of
Yes.
course.
Beautiful Benji.
Mhm. Best horse. Yeah.
All right. So Banja Ineth is going to hang back. The rest of you, Tehe is going to go with you, or do you want Tehe to hang back? Tehe does like the bar, but maybe Tehe will go with you.
Oh, I think Tehe deserves his rest in this.
Yeah, I
one.
think so too. We can't
Okay,
just
cool.
always expect greatness from Tehe, you know.
Yeah,
Gotta
he
keep
doesn't
that
want to show
mystery.
everybody up.
Yeah,
We've got to stand
exactly.
on our we've got to stand on our own feet eventually.
Yeah, we can't be carried by Tehe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got 30 more health now. I'll survive anything.
Except a punch from Tehe.
Oh, you've got 35 health now, eh? Did I for you?
Mm.
You got,
Just 30 health, that's all.
Well, yeah, right. Just the 30.
He frail.
Trying to look for a picture I haven't used before. I
Those
think I've
are-
used this picture.
Yeah, I think as we're heading out, if we are heading out. Emmy will give that little nod and a wink to Idithaya before trying her best to stealth out without Sybil seeing.
Yeah.
Giant.
And a little smile and give a little nod and a wink back. Make her way towards Sybil. All right.
Get fucked, Sybil.
Everybody heads out across the town.
Taking that book too.
The book.
Yeah, the book.
That's a good idea.
So we have both objects on us currently.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Ooh.
I don't know how smart this is.
What
Not.
could go wrong?
Emmy will hold the book in a bag. It'll be in a book bag, so we're not touching it because I think the book's bad.
Oh, you know what we need to do is get a decoy book. Make everything more
books.
complicated.
Could somebody please explain to me
Oh.
how a book is bad?
Okay, so
Um,
this book is like part of a summoning ritual for this evil creature god thing, and we have its eye or something, and we need to deliver it to here or something like that, and we're gonna get money for it, or we got money for it, but it's of great
Were we
destruction.
gonna get more money?
I don't remember.
But here is actually not the place to bring it, right? Because
Huh?
wasn't that the whole
Yeah, it might be
things are
bad.
not as they seemed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're bringing it to my brother, to be like,
Yeah.
hey, what do we do?
So this is gonna sound crazy, but what if we just destroy the book?
We can't.
We don't know how.
Yeah, we don't know how. It's very powerful magic. Like, weaponry
Oh.
won't work on it, unfortunately.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And the only one with magic in this party right now is Dre, and it's bardic magic. And I don't think it's gonna. We can't sing it to
sing
death.
sweetly.
Play it with your jazz hands.
We'll just doodle dicks all in the book, and then no one can read it.
Careless whispers into the pages. Yeah, but only the sax part. He's going to sing the sax part.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Aki. Roll a D100, please.
Oh my
The flying
goodness.
face. Finger of fate.
Yeah, 49.
Aw, nice.
Sweet. All right, traveling across the town. Traveling across the town is, it kind of reminds you, I think, of, for those that were in Northwater, the large city. It's one of the largest cities in the realms. There was an island that you went to, if anybody remembers that, where there was like alchemists and there was like magic displays and entertainers that were doing like magic displays for money. A lot of magic users in this area in the Nine Towers, and where many places it's illegal, it seems to be pretty open here. You do get a lot of stares. You do get a lot of offers for potions if you want to buy potions or powders as you're making your way through the streets. But everybody make a perception check.
Oh.
This would be clicking on attributes. It's been a while, so.
Oh my.
What?
I was gonna ask actually, because we know this place is kind of sketch, right? Would I have been able to do take point?
Yeah, you could do that. That'll give everybody a +1, right?
Yeah, I get to roll a d6.
Yes, a 4.
Okay, so everybody gets +2.
Oh,
plus
5.
Oh wait,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, look out! An 8.
Hey,
damn,
there
that's
you go.
pretty
Oh my
good.
goodness, I just saw all the other rolls.
Woohoo!
Oh,
mighty
do I need
three.
to do observation or anything,
No.
or just straight?
Yeah, just straight percent.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Nice,
So nice.
nice. That's pretty low for you, yeah.
Yeah. I think I do have a thing to do it twice. Oh, I forgot. This costs an SP. Never mind.
Laura,
All right.
gotta roll
Norgar.
perception.
Sorry.
All good.
Perception.
See.
Attributes. Perception. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah. Norgar's back.
Dangerousness and all that. Oh my goodness.
that's a 3.
That's
I might do the frickin' reroll. I'm gonna just spend a
16's
saga.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I do have dangerousness as well.
Yeah, that is a good success. Nothing out of the ordinary catches your eye, except for, I think it was Eichdralon and Donatrio. You notice a guard step out, dressed in the normal wear, has like a tabard, a red tabard over some chainmail that has this claw on it, the gold claw symbol, but the red tabard. He steps out and he notices. I guess he notices Norgar walking and also seems to be looking at Norgar first, and then he looks at Emmy, and then he seems to like follow behind a little bit. Has a spear, and his shield is on his back. Not like he's like. Doesn't seem to be like you know, in a violent nature or anything. He's just like slowly following behind you all.
Do we know what
So
the
like,
claw is? What it represents?
yeah.
I don't remember
No.
if we do.
No.
Could we any chance for an int roll? Or is it pretty completely foreign?
You could do that. You could do an int roll at -3,
Ooh,
unless anybody has history skill
I
or
I literally almost took heraldry earlier. So I
let me
or
see.
heraldry.
I almost did.
Nope, I definitely don't have any of that.
It's a no. It's no. It's no. It no. No. Okay, I don't have history or heraldry. I just wanted to confirm. It no. It no.
-3.
-3, yeah.
See, this is what happens. This is why I shouldn't have gone for health. Oh my goodness.
That's-
Mine was 0, by the way, because of the -3.
I got a 6 with a -3. So.
Mm.
That is a simple success. Okay, Emmy sees. Emmy does see this symbol. Another guard is wearing it as well. You see 2 guards that are standing near an alleyway, but they're just standing like at watch near stores. You know, the opening of these stores. One of them looks like a bank. You know, the other one looks like a shop, a magical shop. And they're just standing there, but they're both wearing that same symbol. It seems to be maybe in a lot of places.
Emmy's suspicious. That's for sure. I think she like looks to the others, kind of drops her voice and says, "We need to get this guy off our tail."
Do you want me to trip him up?
Yeah. I think we're getting close to the garden.
Yeah. And I suppose, if it's possible, could I, like, without it being noticed, kind of drop, like, some kind of, like, simple little, thing to trip him up? Maybe, like, a caltrop or something, like, positioned well or something shit like that.
Yeah, you could try that.
Stab him in the peats.
Using your trap skill. Y'all want to cut down an alleyway or something and try to lose him that way, or just on the main road, caltrop?
I think we.
I don't know if Denatru knows the city well enough to risk, like, going off
I
side
don't.
alley.
I don't want to get lost.
Right. But I do have escape artistry as well if this goes bad. So
We know for a fact that this guy is following us, right? We're not just like
Emmy's
a happenstance.
like, oh damn.
Yeah,
Denature
because you know how like
Just-
when you think someone's waving at you and they're waving at the person behind you, it's like, oh,
Look,
oh.
I need to be careful.
Yeah. So yeah, Denatu like kind of, I mean, has just like in their pack and like along their belt like wraps of twine and such, and kind of bends down for a moment, one moment, and kind of sets this little line up in this section of the path that really only the guard would be the next person to step onto, and it kind of trips them off and hopefully trips them up and gives us enough time to like lose them.
Oh, exactly what you
Wraps
want.
around their ankles and such.
Yeah, it's exactly enough. Like the guard steps on it and and then like looks down and totally becomes involved in pulling the caltrop out of his boot, and just totally loses you. Any interest he had in you is gone.
Za!
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Emmy says, I think we should maybe pick up the pace a little bit.
Perhaps it is concerning that we have guards following us.
Do you think that walking too fast will draw more attention?
I don't know. I just want to get there quickly.
Oh, let's walk at a normal but brisk pace then and make our way.
Okay. Emmy's
I need
arms
to way as best I
stiffen.
can. Just keep pace. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Norgo's got a good stride length for walking fast.
Already walking fast to keep up with Norga.
I do actually have. Let me see. Low profile, so it does grant in the city it's got me blend in with surroundings, etc. So yeah, I can burn a frenzy for an extra d6 to concealment and stuff.
Nice.
Infiltrate. So we got stuff for that.
Sweet. Does that apply for everybody, or is it just
No, but the take point will still.
Okay, cool. So as long as you're up ahead. Scout's pretty cool. Alright, so when you do arrive at the base of the storm tower, and I would say the scene looks pretty much similar to this here. In the letter, your brother talks about there's evil everywhere and they hide in plain sight. Some will pretend to be your friend, and your brother said he wanted to meet you in a secret chamber below the storm tower. That there was this. Do you want me to share this? I don't know if you want me to.
I mean, Emmy shared this with everybody else already.
So it's that there's a secret door somewhere in this garden, and you found the garden. It's like perfect, almost looks exactly what you imagined maybe when you read the paper, but yes, like right next to the garden is the tower, which looms way, really high. You can see some like balconies and stuff like that, but it's maybe almost 100 feet up. What do you guys want to do in this area here? When you walk in, you don't see many people. There is, let's see, random. Okay, so there's maybe one or two people in this whole place. One of them seems to be studying, wearing a blue robe, and another one wearing a red robe with like gold tassels. A bald man, a human. He seems to be reading from some scrolls as he's walking around the fountain area.
And this red robe is similar to the one we just saw on the other person?
No, no. This one is it's a little different. It does share the same colors, but it doesn't have that symbol of the claw.
I think Emmy's gonna immediately start searching for the rune at the base of the tower.
Yeah.
It's just
Look around as well.
that anxiety's building up in her, and she's just very much searching for it immediately.
Dre will help out in that endeavor.
Some sort of Dagaz rune.
Should we be worried about other people being here?
I mean, maybe, but I mean, if anyone's gonna follow us, then I'll just punch him in the face. It's fine.
I could
Okay.
ask them to leave.
Or distract them.
Okay, if someone wants to run distraction, that's cool.
But Emmy's fully focused on trying to find this rune.
Yeah. Noragar will head over to one of the people and say, hello.
Which one did you want to talk to? Blue robe or red robe?
Red robe.
Well,
All right. He
Red rober.
he turns
I'll
and
be over.
he turns and looks at you, and then like his eyes get wide as he looks up at you, and he says, "Hello."
Nice day to be in the garden, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. It's and then he looks at your Quirus. Is it? Do you have any symbols on you?
Yeah, I have that really ornate. If you look at my token, I've got that really ornate holy symbol of the Maker there.
He
Yeah.
says, It is indeed. Are you troubled by anything? Something I can do?
I was wondering if you had time to talk about the Maker with me.
Oh,
I've come to share the good news.
Lord and Savior, Maker Christ.
Actually, I do not have time right now. I am very busy. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I mean, stay. And off he goes.
On to
That
the
is
next
a
one.
great power.
Great power comes great responsibility.
I've had this power ever since my uncle was killed, and I was bitten by a radioactive minister.
Oh my goodness.
I can shoot Bibles from my wrists.
Hilarious.
I'll let someone else deal with the other one.
Yeah, the other one does seem totally enthralled by what he's reading, and his head is kind of down too. So, you could deal with him, but it might, yeah. He might not even look up. It's up to you, though. What would you
He's
like?
got his AirPods in. You just can't see him because of his hair.
Yeah.
No, he's got his AirPods in.
All right. So, perception check.
Oh,
Observation will work.
yeah.
Where to find this rune?
Yeah.
Okay, why
I
did
don't
he
know
make
that
me
I
try to
have-
find something? Oh,
Right?
worst brother
Go-
ever.
Go ahead and add a couple of d6 to this.
One eye.
Just in case. I don't know why I knew I needed it, but
Wow.
damn.
Nice.
Turns out binocular vision's a good thing after all.
Denatri is searching around. You notice that there's stairs that go down on the sides of the base of the tower in a few areas. And then there's like a statue down at the bottom. Small statues, only about as, half the size of a mortal. Basically, they look like little gremlins with like electricity shooting out of them, and they're standing in little pools of water. But when you get down to the base of that area, you notice that there's these runes carved into the wall, and you easily find the correct rune because it's your language.
Yeah.
It's the common tongue.
Yeah, Denatru heads up, and of course, with this guy kind of tucked down, sends some hand signals to the others to lure him off that way, so we can get their attention.
Emmy's just gonna come over. Did you find it?
Yes. What was the passphrase again?
Yeah, and
There's
Emmy just like goes
something
by, like Emmy just
I'm-
swerves around Natru and will go down.
Yeah, Tanatru quickly kind of waves to the others and starts heading back down after Emmy. This one here.
Emmy will just immediately kind of place her hand on the old rune and say, "Study time."
When you say that, there's a slight flash, and the portal. It looks like the stones kind of shift very quickly. Definitely some sort of magic spell as they start to move and quickly open up a passageway that Norgars is going to have to bend over to get into.
Yeah, Emmy hurries in. It's like, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Does that open the same way on the way out?
I don't know. Let's go.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah,
I hope it
it's adventure.
does. Tanatru nervously follows.
Adventure time.
You'll be fine.
As you guys are heading down the tunnel, you hear these grunts behind you of like, "Oh, the pauldrons, oh, I've got 'em. Oh, now the greaves, no, oh." And eventually he squeezes through.
Okay, we can
Like
grieve
my
later.
dad trying to fit into my mom's car.
You notice as you walk into this chamber, there's candles lit or torches on the wall. Lots of barrels down here. It looks like some kind of storage chamber. And it's just an empty room basically. I mean, there's lots of things in there. There's another doorway that's open to the south. But it's a very small chamber. You don't see anything.
Tanatru's definitely gonna be checking for any kind of traps. So
Emmy's pretty much plowing ahead. Just heart pounding. Just very quickly. Oh god. Gets to this part, is like, nope, can't see shit. And turns back around and just grabs one of these torches off the wall, these sconces.
Tanatru kind of heads into the shadows.
Oh.
And
Oh,
looks down.
That's a door.
It looks like there's a well in there.
Hmm?
It drops down to water though. It doesn't seem
Oh.
like the way out. There's a bucket in there that you fetch water with.
Is it like a way down? Is this like a hole?
I don't know. Could I do a perception check? Is the water too murky, or does it look like there's anything else beyond the water? Like it goes deeper, or?
No, it looks like water down there. It doesn't look like very far down. Maybe about 12 feet. And yeah, you can see the still water.
I think that's gonna be it.
I think this is possibly the incorrect location.
No,
There's
I
it's-
nothing here.
suppose if they all have rooms with the same runes.
No, it's not. It's not the incorrect location. This is right. This is what Tedrick. This is where he said he'd meet me here.
Are we just early or perhaps late?
Maybe early.
Yeah, Tanatru's gonna start checking for any signs of recent activity in the room and such. Gonna try and figure out, again, like making sure there's no traps, but also kind of figure out what's been going on in here recently. I could do like a observation, or
Yes. You can look for traps, actually. Go ahead and roll traps. And Noragar, you start to smell something. The goblin as well, Freya.
go ahead and spend
you
a
both have
36.
you both have very good noses. I think you have beast sense, or actually Freya, where you can smell. It smells like meat is being cooked somewhere, very close by.
Can I pinpoint where exactly?
Yeah, as you start to kind of zero it in, like it smells like there's on a draft or something over here. That's when Denatriu finds a little trap pressure plate in the wall over here. It must open up another secret door.
Yeah, and so I suppose they kind of end up stepping towards it almost at the same time, and oh, be careful. There. And as Denatriu kind of knocks the panel
Oh god, there's two of
at the right
us.
spot.
It's getting out of
Whoops.
Dun
hand.
dun dun.
Now there are lots of it.
It duplicates you.
Emmy kind of hurries over. Let's go in.
Suppose so.
Bear with me just a moment.
He wasn't usually one for secret tunnels, but I mean, it's been a while.
It's a necessary thing rather than a fun thing.
Probably.
All right, there we go. The door. You activate it, and it slides open. A dark passageway. The light kind of spills in, and then you notice you can hear someone talking, and they say, one of the voices says, sounds like a male voice, says, do you think that they're already on the way here? And the other voice starts to say something, but then, someone's coming.
Denatriu kind of is there. Now it's backlit, I assume, because of the torches there. So Denatriu would be in kind of plain view almost, but I assume they wouldn't be able to see what it looks like.
Probably silhouette to them, right? Yeah. You do notice this man dressed like a priest, it seems. Then there's another man next to him dressed like a soldier, armor. And the priest starts to like step forward as well as the soldier. And they say, "Who is there?" Priest speaks up. "Who goes there?"
Freya's just gonna whisper to Emmy, "Do either of those sound like your brother?"
No. There's just heat starting to pour up Emmy's face.
Yes, they don't look like your description of him either.
No. But she does very obviously call down the hallway. Where's Tedric?
They both get really quiet when you say that.
Denatriu pulls his bow.
Was charging down the hallway.
Wait, Freya!
Is Freya going?
Yeah.
Emmy's chasing after. I need to question them!
Well, then they'll have to stay alive.
What are we doing?
I guess we're
Questioning.
going in for the attack.
All right.
Denatriu
roll
tries to tuck against a wall, basically, like up there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an inch.
When Idrolon says that, Noragar yells, "Charge!"
No!
Oh,
no!
Oh.
Why are you all like this?
I don't want to be. I want to know where my brother is.
I asked.
They are deceivers. That's not just.
I need to know where my brother is.
Denatriu, you first.
Ooh, get out of the way for Noragar. I'll take a. Well, I won't take a shot. But yeah, Denatriu kind of tucks around the edge. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're hostile, but
Full cover.
Don't kill them.
get ready. And Denatriu kind of takes up position with the bow from the back of the hall for the others to advance.
It is Ichtrelan.
So Dre will take out his swords, but he's not going to advance first, but he is going to do his battle song, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, battle song.
All right.
Oh yeah.
battle song.
Is it defend?
I think.
You can choose.
Yeah, I think
You-
I'm gonna go for. Yeah, for defense, because we're not wanting to kill them.
Cool. Go ahead and do a singing. And nice. Yep, that matches the +2, so you get a +2 to defense, everybody, for 4 rounds.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Let me see if there's anything else that I could do. I think this is it.
That's so good, honestly. Bards are legit. Just for
Yeah,
that.
so that's all I'm gonna do for this round. He's gonna station himself out of the way of the door so that if Norigar wants to go through later, then he can.
All right.
Yeah, I've got Donatri kind of there for vision, kind of leaning on the corner.
Emmy.
Emmy will run up as far as she can, which is only to here. And she's carrying the torch still, so she
Okay.
doesn't have a lot of light. She can just... Oh, thank you. That's much better. So she can just kind of see, and she still holds a torch and says, if you want to make it out of this room alive, I suggest you tell me where Tedric is. And I'm gonna go full defense, but also do the kata and kata mastery as well. So I technically have +4 to defense, and also double rolls.
Damn.
Yep. This takes a very defensive position in this case, but that's it for Emmy.
Awesome. All right. If you go full defense, you can't do any actions. That'll give you 2. That'll give you 2d20 to defend, though. But
So
if you want,
I do have it does say within kata that, what is it? Let's see.
oh, that you can go full
I
defense
think,
and it'll still give
let me
you
just see.
bonus.
Form by spending 1 on an action, +1 to their defense for 1 round at max rating. Okay, it's not to the physical defense. I thought it said I could do both. I have to double check. Kata Mastery. Now spend 1 on an action to gain additional +1. Rating 2. Therefore, if they max, they can possess the ender. They may sacrifice 4 on actions to gain a defensive stance. To their physical defense. Using the general rule of defense stance, when you sacrifice all actions for 2d20 as an edge to defend will work well with this.
Yes.
So I can use both. So I have +4 in total.
Sweet. Awesome. Thank. All right,
Okay.
Freya.
All right, here's an important mechanical question. Subdual damage. Can I use not to just kill somebody if I'm, or is there a risk of like critical injury just being lethal?
You can do a knockout blow for 2 actions, but you have to hit an 18, 19, or 20. But it
Right, but
takes 2
say I
actions.
were to drop somebody, like, do I need to worry about like explosive damage of like, oops, I hit them too hard, or
Yeah.
okay,
But
good to know.
like you don't want the damage to explode. You want to try to like do something, a called shot maybe.
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
trying to make sure I understand the mechanics before I go and swing,
Okay.
because it would be bad to be like, I'm gonna just rough them up a little. Oops, I split their skull open. Like,
Yeah.
Well, we've done that before.
Oops.
Oopsie whoopsie.
you mean in game, right, Aki? You mean in game?
Yeah, totally.
all right. So I get in here. I've still got movement left. These 2 people are here. There are no apparent exits, or is this a door over here?
There's a
Yeah,
door
there's a door there.
here as well.
Yeah, there's 2.
Well, running right over here.
Nice.
I think if you run there, you are going to take attack of opportunity from the
From the
Inquisitor.
first.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Okay. I will
Move
get
like
up here.
around. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
Nice.
Let's see, where was I? It's back on the step. That's my normal move to get me there. right ahead of Emmy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I can't really use that without leaving that guy's reach. That could be like there.
Hmm.
Circle him.
Circle around him.
What's this situation look like? Do these people have weapons in hand?
It looks like this guy Gracchus has a hand on his hilt, and the Inquisitor, it looks like he was about to cast a spell. He's got his hand up.
I don't like people casting spells. Okay. Gonna go ahead and try to chi strike that hand with my sword.
Cool. So that'll be a called strike, and that'll be -3 to hit.
Alright.
And you don't want to kill him, but you want to just dismantle
So
that hand.
modifier -3.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Actions. We'll just do the one light attack.
Nice. That's a hit.
Yeah, so then I do damage, which is normal
Yeah,
longsword plus d6.
That'll be your normal. Yeah, you can just hit enter the damage.
Damage. So it's that modifier. That's where I would stick my chi strike, right? Because I don't have a button for that.
Oh yeah, the modifier, you'll put a D6 exclamation point. All right. It is not enough to dismantle his hand, but you gash it across his hand, and he like withdraws his hand back.
Roll my chi drain real quick. It costs a d6 for the.
All right. And he doesn't get his full armor.
I will keep attacking that hand. Just normally, I think.
Called shot again to the hand.
Yeah.
Turns out he was casting a light spell, so you didn't have to use a torch anymore.
God damn it.
He was conjuring a banquet to welcome you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say hello. We're just smacking him.
I love it. Oh shit.
Keep doing that, I guess.
All right.
And we'll chi strike again.
Oh.
There it is.
Nice. No
Damn,
defense.
no armor at all.
Let's go.
All right. That has taken out the use of that hand.
Nice.
Great. And that's my 3.
And knocked him to the ground. All right. And you're good there?
Oh, yeah, I'll just look to Gracchus over there. Don't get any ideas.
All right. Inquisitor. All right. As he falls to the ground, he's screaming and kind of holding his hand. And he is going to try and cast again, which this is going to give you a tally. This is a new rule that I created that I wanted to implement. If a caster tries anything or like getting up and you're in combat with him, it's going to give you a tally, which you can use to attack or defend. It's just a +1.
Okay.
And he is using his other arm to cast a spell, but he's still on the ground. And he's going to try and use this spell here, which is a mental spell. He gets -2. You're already up on him, and he's casting a spell. Oh, I gotta go on the sheet and do that. Missed you. The spell fails. He tries to throw it at you. It's probably too befuddled and, as he's on the ground and his other hand is mangled as he's trying to get out the spell and use his offhand of casting. You know what I mean? The spell totally fails. It's Norgar's turn.
Okay, so Norrigar can hear a load of yelling and shrieking and he thinks he heard kind of someone getting hit with something, but he was told not to start killing people. So as he runs down the corridor, he's going to sheathe his sword. How far can I move? It's on my movement, isn't it? My move is 3-6.
You can grab some if you want to lob it, though.
Yeah. I'm what I want to do is I want to can I go for a knockout as well with like something I throw?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
There's so many
gonna...
objects too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm probably going to grab some wood from over here, one of these big logs. Or probably a couple of them, right? I could probably pick up 2 in one hand and just like go and throw those at this guy Gracchus.
Nice.
And just shout out, "Hold in the name of the Maker!" And then I'll just throw him at his head before he can say anything. So I'm going to use lob. Lob. And I'm going to go for 2 actions with that. Oh, I need 10.
This is a Gracchus there.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn!
Hey.
These poor fuckers.
They never expect firewood lobbed at their head. Okay, so do I roll damage normally? How does it work?
Yeah, you roll damage normally. If it was an attempted knockout blow, but it hits, but it doesn't reach the 18, 19, 20, then it's just normal damage.
Okay, but it was a heavy, so I'll go for it's double. Okay, 36.
That was straight through the armor too, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Bam! That knocks
Straight
him to the ground.
Straight to the nose.
Jeez. Alright. Did you want to throw another one?
No, Emmy's close. I know Emmy
Okay.
can handle
All
things.
right.
I knocked him over, so it's fine.
Gracchus yells, "Son of a bitch!" And he stands up on his feet and draws his sword.
That's
And
the answer to the question.
he looks over
you
to
fighting?
the goblin. Maybe his like blood's running out of his nose or something, from the attack. And he looks over to the goblin and brings his sword back. He's gonna try to do a heavy attack, but then you hear, "Stop it!" And the door busts open. And Tedric, this person here,
My boy.
Ta-da!
Who looks much different
My
from the
boy.
last time I saw him.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
yeah, he looks rough, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he's got what is it? He's got necrotic as his
Mutation.
yeah.
He looks over and he says, "Please stop."
Tedric?
And he says, "My sister."
Emmy, full defenses drop and just tears well up in her eyes as she just kind of runs over and scoops him up, not minding any of damage that might be on him. the growths that are coming out of his face and his eyes. Just kind of pick him up and give him this tight squeeze. And just choking on her own words at this point.
You can see his eyes are filled with tears, and not because you're squeezing the life out of him, but definitely he's emotional, and he says, "I'm so happy to see you."
I'm so happy to see you too. Are you? What's been going on? I know you need to leave and everything, but what's happening? What's going on?
There's much to tell you. Too much.
I'm sorry. Were these your friends?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
And he stops embracing you for a moment to help the Inquisitor up.
Oh, this is awkward. Sorry.
He says,
I saw spells being cast, and I was went to stabby stab.
I was just about to cast a light spell. Jeez.
I think Emmy like looks over to Freya, and there's just this look of not anger but disappointment. As she looks down at Freya, it's like, this is why we don't usually attack first.
In my experience, people casting spells is usually pain.
It's better to be careful and sure than to run in. And Emmy will take out one of the healing potions that she has from her bag and hand it to the Inquisitor. Here.
Check something real quick. Let's pull this.
You can see the Inquisitor. Inquisitor looks as well like maybe he suffers from the same affliction your brother does. He seems a bit necrotic in the mutations as well, and he looks up and says, "Oh, thank you.
I'm so sorry.
This is her."
These are my friends. Sorry about the. This is Freya and Norgar and Ixterlan and Donatriu.
Greetings.
Norigar lifts up a hand and helps Gracchus back to his feet, and clumsily tries to wipe the blood off Gracchus's face and says, "That was wrong. I owe you." And he kind of kneels down on one knee so his head's level with Gracchus and goes, You can hit me back. Free shot. Go on." And he kind of grimaces and
You wipe the blood off and mush his face, and he wipes it off on his tabard, and he says, "Oh, this is it was a good shot with a log."
Well, thank you. I'm sorry. I thought you were hurting my friends. I couldn't see what was going on and wanted to protect them. Well, I owe you a favour. And he puts his hand to his chest as a symbol of sincerity.
Are you Norgar?
I am. I am Norigar, Templar of the Maker.
I have heard of you, and he looks a little bit disturbed, actually, more than like in surprised and happy, because he looks down at the symbol, and he says, "I have heard of you. Well met."
Good things, I hope.
And he says, "Well, I have heard that you are a great fighter." And
Certainly true.
maybe maybe roll a charisma check and see if you can
Mm. Yeah, and Norrigal will say, I try to be brave in battle, but my aim is to do what is right. I don't always get it right, as you've just seen, but I try. That's more important than skill at arms.
He nods. He says, well, it is good to meet you, and who is this here? He looks past you at Icthrelon and Donatrio.
Ixtreon will nod and approach the group. I'm Ixtreon. I'm a bard that travels with me.
One of my really good friends. And Emmy will like put an arm around Ixtalan and bring him in.
That's kind of close to the torchlight. And Denatru. A pleasure, I hope. Apologies again.
He nods and he wipes his nose some more and he says, I will report this, Tedric, and make sure there is no other misunderstandings. And Tedric nods as Gracchus seems to leave. The Inquisitor kind of comes over here and gets a seat, and as Tedric turns to Emmy, says, well, I suppose I should fill you in on what's been going on.
Yeah, I mean, and like hold his face in our hands. What's happened?
Well, we are in grave danger, and there is a group called the Eternal Watch that is seeking our destruction.
Norrigal clears his throat awkwardly in the corner.
Oh
Oh,
This wouldn't be the Eternal Watch that's based in. He kind of gives all the details about where their temple is and
no.
everything. He goes, leader is, and kind of describes the leader and sort of like, that Eternal Watch.
He looks over and he says, that's the one I'm talking about.
Well, I was led to believe they were good and sincere servants of the Maker. Because, Emmy, I should probably tell you I've been working with them.
I mean, there's people who deceive people all the time, right? That's probably what this is. And Emmy's like trying to explain it away a little bit, and it's like, I'm sure it's fine. Like
Why?
further. We won't tell them. Well, I'm not with them, but we won't tell. You won't tell them, right, Dorgar?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll do what's right, Emmy. You know me. I'll try and do
I
what's
know.
right.
I know.
And he kind of shuffles his feet and looks at the ground awkwardly.
He says, well, I believe they are just misguided. You know how some people can get, especially when they are under bad leadership.
Yeah.
And you notice the Inquisitors, he's kind of like looking at his hand, and he like looks up from the seat over there and he says, bad leadership, yes. They do not agree with our type of magic, so they seek to burn us at the stake.
Type of magic.
What type of magic?
It's black magic. And he looks kind of ashamed when he says it.
Emmy grimaces a bit and says, "It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get through
Emmy.
this." Norgar!
Emmy, it's black magic, Emmy.
Look, we gotta hear him out. Don't react. Don't just. Gotta hear him out. Like,
what's
this
he using it
explanation.
for? I mean,
Yeah.
It's black magic, Emmy.
Yeah, but there's an explanation. Norgar!
I love how this is
Denatri
taking
kind of
place
puts a
in
hand
front
up
of
on
them.
Norgar, yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be
Norrigal
alright.
starts walking backwards and forwards over this kind of
Let's
area
just-
and just going,
Let's
it's
just
black
hear him out.
magic, Emmy,
Let's just
over and
hear him
over
out.
again.
Emily is black magic.
I love this one. Oh no.
He says, it's not to raise undead armies.
I thought so. Yeah.
Rather specific, but
There is another side to it that I will show you.
Okay.
But we must make sure that we trust each other first. And he looks over towards Norgar and he says, I promise you, my friend, it is not evil like the Eternal Watch thinks.
That would be good, because I don't know what I'd do if you were doing something evil, Chedrick. I mean, Emmy means the world to me, and you mean the world to her. But I've sworn oaths. I
well,
can't.
then you could what's the word?
Well-
Redeem him or something like that.
Let's.
Right?
Not only
I
that,
don't know
we
how
don't
that works.
exactly know the
Yeah.
applications of their
Yeah.
use of the magic. Yes.
This is true. This is true. I'm sure it's all fine. Thank you, Denatru. People can be redeemed. Thank you. And he perks up a little bit.
Tedrick nods as he looks at everybody and he says, it is to save people, not enslave them.
Well, that's good.
How so?
Perhaps I can show you. And he looks over towards the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor
Immediate
looks up.
concern.
Yeah, he looks. He does look concerned as he looks up, and he looks over at the Goblin. Camera kind of zooms in on him. And he says, "Yes, let's show them." But I think we're gonna call it there for tonight.
That was such a good ending. That was
There's
good.
such